What's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. I hope everybody's having a good to great day. I'm very excited to get into this one as I have just seen the conclusion of the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros Game 7 of the AL Championship Series. It was one for the ages, The Texas Rangers they pretty much wrapped this game up earlier. Early, I say you could probably have said it was over with by the fourth inning, but we all know you can never count the Houston Astros out, the defending World Series champions. Um, they always come to the table with some pedigree. They actually made a very they put me on scare alert a few times, not just during this game, but during the series. For them to storm back and make it 3-2 in itself is an attestament to their championship pedigree. But they had a couple scares in this game. But I'm going to read from this Yahoo Sports article. As you all know that I've confessed this many a times before. Your boy is still learning how to talk baseball. Much like when I first began the channel, it was only basketball. I had to get in my football bag. The only advantage I had with football is that, it was the off season when I started this channel. So I had plenty of time to holler at my mentors and learn about this, but learn how to talk football. But I am still learning how to talk baseball. So I'm going to read from an article, Yahoo Sports. We're going to go through some of the highlights of it. Ain't going to do too much talking. But in Game 7 of the ALCS between the Texas Rangers and Houston Astros, there was fireworks from the get-go. That's a fact. The score was 3-1 just after one inning, and it ended 11-4 in Houston, with the Rangers advancing to the World Series. It was an offensive barrage from the Rangers, which began with Corey Seager hitting a solo home run in the first. That was epic. In the third, Adolis Garcia kept his postseason power streak going with a solo home run that made it 4-1. And in the fourth, the Rangers blew the game open. They loaded the bases for Evan Carter, who scored two with a double down the right field line to extend the lead. Extend the Texas lead to 6-2. And that was pretty much all she wrote. I will confess that I kind of tuned out of the game at that point, not out of confidence or anything like that, but just, if you was watching the game, it just had that feel. The Astros really couldn't get anything going. It felt like, but I said it felt like they couldn't get anything going after the second quarter or so. The second quarter, second inning. Let's see. Second or third inning, when the game was 4-2, I was on scare alert. I'll admit, I thought that the Houston Astros championship pedigree was going to shine bright, shine through, and they looked like they could pull off a victory, but the Texas Rangers were able to stave off the Houston Astros. In fact, it was just the big bats, like they said in the article, offensive barrage, just big bats every time the Rangers was, every inning it felt like, but every time a Ranger was at bat, it felt like they was getting a hit or, bringing in a run. Like I say, 11 runs in a 9-inning game, that's a lot of scoring. And the defense was imperative. The pitching was imperative, although Max Scherzer was getting rocked in the beginning. They had to pull him pretty early. I think that the injuries that he's kind of succumbed to have kind of piled up on Mad Max. As we all know that he's had a nice, long, historic career. He's won a World Series. I think he's won a couple Cy Youngs as well, if not been in contention for him. But yeah, Mad Max didn't look like himself. That's probably the one low light of this game. But everything else was clicking for the Texas Rangers. Like I say, man, those bats are hitting at the right time. Team is clicking right at the right time. Chemistry is there. So, like I say, man, y'all know my two teams. I love my White Sox. And just as much as I love my Chicago White Sox, I love my Texas Rangers. So it's a very exciting time. Very exciting to see if we can pull off the World Series victory. I know that we're awaiting the conclusion of the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Philadelphia Phillies game. They have a game 7 tomorrow, and then after that, we'll be set up for the World Series. Believe Friday. So yeah, man, just an exciting time to be a baseball fan. Very exciting time to be a Texas Rangers fan. Shout out to the Texas Rangers again. Shout out to Adolis Garcia. He had to be the AL MVP. I did not see the celebration, like I say, about the fourth. No, it was about 8-2 before I tuned out. Just had some other work to get to, but I think it was about 8-2 when I turned the game. So shout out to Adolis. I'm gonna go watch the post conference interviews and all that kind of stuff, and get some videos cooked up for this World Series. See what these Diamondbacks and these Phillies are talking about. And yeah, man. Yeah, the Rangers are back in the World Series, and it feels good. It feels good to just have Texas represented anyway. I would have been happy to see the Astros go like I was last year. You know, I'm not an Astros fan. Shout out to my boy Trey Catalyst, who's a big Houston Texan, Houston Astros. He love H-Town, he love the horn. So shout out to my brother. That's my music man as well. I was gonna cheer for him like I did last year when they won the World Series. But it's good to see my team in it this year. Shout out to Trey again. I'm gonna have to get on my bro and tell him to make sure he lines up some support for the Rangers. Although I know he may feel some kind of way about how they went out. But anyway, like I say, it's a good time to be a baseball fan. Even better time to be a Texas Rangers fan. But that's all I got for y'all. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel. I thank y'all for your love and support. Can never say that enough. Y'all humble me. Seriously. You humble me at the bottom of my heart. You motivate me, man. It's hard to sleep. So I want to make sure the work is always excellent and approved. But that's all I got for y'all for this one, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.